Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Gypsy Poet Radio here on blogtalkradio.com/GypsyPoet. I am the Gypsy Poet, and with me is none other than the fabulous, mysterious, and ever-sparkling Girl George. Yes, people, Girl George. Say it with me, people. Girl George, Girl George, Girl George. Oh, my God, what a show. So she has brought an awesome young man to the program, which I'm anticipating to talk to when it comes down to music. So he's going to be sharing his story and a little bit about his music with us this afternoon, none other than the wonderful and talented Whorehey Kayado. Is everybody with me?
Yes, I'm here. Hi, Whorehey.
Hey, Girl George. Hey, Gypsy Poet.
We got the same name. Maybe we're related. Are we related?
Maybe.
I came into my open mic at the Long Hall last month, and here was this young boy singing these most fantastic songs that he wrote. It was like walking in on Dylan about 50 years ago. It was just amazing. I was amazed. How old are you?
I'm only 20 years old.
Wow, that's cool. That's cool. You've only just begun. How long have you been on your own?
I've been on my own for about 2.5 years. So
where you come from?
I'm from Chula Vista, California, so right where the border is.
Right on the Mexican border. You been in Mexico much?
I have a house in Mexico.
Oh, cool. Your parents, right?
Yeah.
What nationality are you?
What part?
What nationality are you?
I'm Mexican and Jewish.
Wow.
But I was raised Catholic.
Oh, great. So which is Mexican, the father or mother?
Both of them are Mexican, but my mom's mom was Jewish, and so I guess by that I'm supposed to be Jewish because my mom is Jewish.
So you're quarter Jewish.
yeah, pretty much. But the rest is like Mexican, Hispanic, whatever you want to call it.
So you talk Spanish?
Yeah, not very good though.
Oh. When did you start writing songs?
I started writing songs when I was about in 8th grade, but like those are all songs I kind of scrapped like years ago. But my first like real musical endeavor was kind of totally different than I was into now. When I was in like the 9th grade, I was in a screamo phase, like like screaming rock, like that kind of stuff.
That's what I do.
Yeah. But it's like, I guess, like heavy metal kind of. That's why I started, and then I went to punk rock, and then from there I got into folk, country, and bluegrass, and I kind of never really looked back after that.
When did you start playing instruments?
I started when I was about in 6th grade. I started playing piano, but I got kind of frustrated with it, and then jumped on the guitar. And I wish I had stuck with the piano because it's one of my favorite instruments. Now that I've listened to a lot more music. Now I'm older. So I wish I had stuck with the piano, but I ended up just getting good at guitar.
You play banjo too?
Yeah, I play banjo too.
Anything else? Harmonica?
Yeah, harmonica, but I'm kind of like, harmonica is kind of like sometimes I'm good at it, sometimes I'm not. It's kind of one of those things that I sort of taught myself, but I just play it. Like I never really took time to practice it and learn it. I'll just play it sometimes.
Talk about a little bit about your influences here. I want to hear some of those because you have a diverse musical array from what I'm hearing here.
Oh, yeah. I have, definitely a lot of influences. Like, I guess some of them, like remember from the open mic, I love the Grateful Dead.
Mm-hmm.
I like Neil Young a lot. I like this character named Daniel Johnston. I like him. I like a lot of punk rock, like the Dicks, G.G. Allen, just pretty much all kinds of stuff. Earl Scruggs, definitely. That's kind of why a lot of my finger style is kind of the way it is because of Earl Scruggs. Just stuff like that.
Have you traveled much with your music?
Do I what?
Have you traveled? Do you travel?
No, I wish. I just never have had the money to.
Oh.
Where you live, in Oakland?
Yeah, I live in Oakland.
Who's your girlfriend?
Yeah, I have a girlfriend. I live
She's
with her.
real cute. I see pictures of her.
Yeah, she's real pretty.
You're a lucky boy. How long have you guys been together?
For about a year.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, we met in Chula Vista, and then she eventually moved out here, and we got together.
Well, that's great. What's her name?
Marla.
Marla. Well, that's nice. You got a lot of friends out here too. I see a lot of pictures of you as your friends. Huh?
Yeah, I have a lot of friends. Like I'm the head of I'm the co-head with a couple other guys of an art collective that goes on and off called the Pigeon Scouts of America. So a lot of those pictures you'll see, like where we're all drawing all over each other, is just me hanging out the collective.
So you're an artist too?
Yeah, I'm a painter, and I've been trying to make comics.
What about your girlfriend? Is she an artist?
Yeah, she does. She does a lot of like just random visual design. She's kind of trying to get into sculpture.
Sculpture. How old is she?
She's 18. Oh no, she's 19 now. She just turned 19. I forgot about that.
I did have a question a little bit about your name and who or where it originates from. I wanted to ask a little bit about that. I mean, because since we're talking about George here, and your name is a variation of George, so let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, my dad's name is Whorehey, but everyone calls him George. And then my name is, so everyone calls him George, and everyone calls me Whorehey, like when they know us both, because it's like that way they differentiate us easier. Like people know both me and my dad. So yeah, he's George and I'm Whorehey, but I kind of just like the way I spell my name better than the way that they spelled it.
Yeah, me too. See, I knew what it meant because I have an old guitar player, Carlos Guitarlos, that used to play with me at Al's Bar in L.A., this punk club, and he used to call me Whorehey, or hey, whore.
Oh my God!
So I found out years ago what Whorehey meant.
Yeah. If your name's Whorehey, everyone who meets you, like if your name's Whorehey, decides to like at one point go Whorehey, hey whore, get it?
Yeah.
Like, and it's like I've heard that a billion times.
Yeah, I know. Nobody calls me this except for Carlos Guitarlos. Every once in a while, somebody will think they're smart and pop over the, yeah, I've heard it. Well, George isn't my real name. I mean, I wasn't born with the name George. I kind of made it up as a joke back when I was about 21, and it kind of stuck. It's got nothing to do with my real name. I had a great uncle once named George, but that was before I was born. He was a famous musician. My great-grandparents were famous musicians in the 1800s, and they traveled in the stagecoaches and covered wagons and played all over the world, played for the Queens and played for the World's Fair. The whole family. It was the father and the mother, my great-grandfather, his wife, and 5 kids all played all these hundreds of different instruments. They were real famous. The DeBoss family, that's where I come from.
Yeah, that's cool. That's why I guess it comes out in you too. You kind of got that similar thing going. You seems like I don't even think you record that much, but I see that you play live a lot. That's kind of cool. It's like really kind of the folk tradition almost.
Yeah, I like open mics because you have new people coming through all the time. I don't have to travel around; they come through me. I don't have to go traveling.
Yeah.
I like to see new people all the time, new kids I like to see new kids carrying on the tradition. And you are amazing. I haven't been so amazed by an act in a long time. And you're very, very good.
Yeah.
I don't think everybody. Most people I think suck,
Okay. I have a question for George now. Okay, what songs have you heard that have totally blown you away from Whorehey's collection here?
Well, that one about the borderline. See, the night before I came in there and seen you play on Sunday, this guitar player friend of mine, this blues player, we were at Paul Potts' annual party, and he had to go away, and he missed the whole party because his ex-wife is just like that one you wrote about. He was married for 40 years to her. They have a couple kids, and she goes off on him all the time. She goes, So I had just heard that same story from him the night before, and then I walked in there, and you were singing that song, and you're only 20. He's like 50, But he was married to her for 40 years. Oh, my goodness. They finally got divorced, but he still has to deal with it because, his kids and grandkids.
Yeah.
So you were smart enough to get out of it. Was it a true story?
Yeah, it's actually happened to me twice. I've dated 2 girls with borderline personality disorder.
Oh,
not saying any names, but yeah, I've dated 2, and it was both times it was an awful experience.
Oh, how terrible!
Oh.
How's
it
your
made
new
for a
girlfriend?
good song,
Is she
though.
stable, or is she crazy too? Your new one is stable.
Yeah, she's stable. Well, yeah, she's like as crazy as I am, which is like at least I'm crazy, but I'm at least friendly. You know, it's like I'm not really out to hurt anyone, but I'm still kind of nuts. Like I guess she's kind of in the same vein.
That's good.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to ask a little bit about your learning background, or a little bit about your education. I couldn't help but see that you like psychology. Can I ask a little bit about that?
Yeah, I'm a psychology major at State, but like the problem with that is that I love psychology, but I kind of like music more, so often I'll blow off school to do stuff that involves music, and my parents don't really like that.
Oh my goodness, I kind of know that feeling, but I'm not going to go there. Okay, George, back to you.
Most of the songwriters are usually into psychology because that's what a lot of songs are about. Is psychology between people in situations like that.
Yeah,
that's very true.
Yes, I've come to know that, especially in that realm. It's like for me, because I'm a poet, you know, that's where that stems from. It's my songwriting stems from the poetry I write, and it just kind of goes into music in one way or another. But this is really, because I had to pop in a question about that, because I think that is really, really cool that that you're attaining something in psychology, because. We see people in situations all the time, and now to be actually studying behind those situations, it just gives it a little bit more substance and a little bit more power. So I just had to point that out. So
are you going to college now, Whorehey?
Yeah, I'm still in college.
Which one?
I go to San Francisco State still.
Oh, my daughter went there. She graduated from Cal, but then she went to San Francisco State. She's a lot older than you.
Oh, wow.
Well, she's 36. I got grandkids now. I'm like 69 in a couple months, so I'm old enough to be your grandmother, or maybe your great-grandmother.
Yeah, my grandma was she's like 90, I think.
No.
Oh, wow, God bless her. Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, she went crazy a couple years ago.
How many kids are in your family? How many kids are in your family?
How many kids are in my family?
Uh-huh.
I'm the oldest of three boys.
3 boys, okay. Do any of the others do music?
My youngest brother just started playing piano, and I hope if he sticks with it, I want to start a band with him called Whorehey and the Incest.
Oh my God.
So did your father play music, or anybody else in your family play music?
No, my parents actually kind of thought it was weird because I got really into it when I was young, and they were like, "Where did this come from?" And then they remembered that my grandpa played piano, but I never met my grandpa, so they're just like, "Oh, it's probably just like genes or something." But my parents, I'm kind of the black sheep in the family. A lot of my family just thinks I'm really weird. I don't really get along with people at family gatherings, but I love them. I'm not saying I don't love them.
What does your father do? Does he work? What kind of work does he do?
He's a biology teacher.
A biology teacher. What about your mother?
She's a 3rd grade teacher.
See, school teachers. A lot of my friends, their parents were school teachers. The Moore brothers, their parents were school teachers. Fish Carver was a teacher. So there's a lot of teachers around.
Yeah. It's a pretty common profession. It's definitely a weird upbringing.
Well, that's what my daughter is doing now, is getting her teacher's certificate so she can school teach.
Nice.
I hated school. I don't know what's with you people.
Yeah, I don't like it that much either. It's kind of, I just don't really like anywhere I'm supposed to be.
I guess some people like it. I don't.
Well, it's honestly, you know, coming from a teacher you're talking to here. I mean, what you're basically doing is you're just handing out the basics. You know, you're just giving them, just laying the basics out on the table, and it's up to the kids to grab a hold of them and put it together. That's all it is.
Yeah, definitely.
That's pretty much what it is.
Everything I know out on the streets or in the bars. I've been working at bars since I was 16.
Oh my goodness. Okay, let's talk a little bit about your hometown here. That's Chula Vista. I know that you mentioned earlier that you got a place there. Is it around the waters? Is it around trees? Let's talk a little bit about the aesthetics of the place.
Chula Vista is like, it's definitely one of the buttholes in California. It's just like it's this kind of suburban wasteland between San Ysidro and San Diego. San Ysidro is where the border is at. I kind of like San Ysidro. It's kind of got the kind of this grimy feel. I kind of like places with a grimy feel. Chula Vista is a very clean suburb, except it's got a small ghetto with no gangs in it. And that's Chula Vista. It's just this ginormous suburb. It's about 200,000 people, so it's kind of a big one. And it's right under San Diego, between National City and San Ysidro.
Is it in the desert?
No, it's I guess it's technically a desert, but it doesn't look like one. Like when you're there, it looks just like it's got a bunch of canyons and a bunch of suburban houses.
That sounds beautiful.
Did you used to go to Tijuana all the time and go to the bars when you were underage?
No, not when I was underage, but I've gone a couple of times ever since I turned 18, because that's when you can finally go drink at the bars and stuff. It's pretty fun. I liked it. Last time I kind of got in trouble, though.
Yeah, I used to work in San Diego. We used to always go to Tijuana after the bars closed, because I worked in the bars. And so after the bars closed, we went across the border to Tijuana. And one time a place was burning down, and they were still in there drinking. The place was on fire.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, Tijuana's cool.
Yeah, Tijuana was quite cool.
Yeah, I like Tijuana a lot.
So tell me something. Is there a compilation coming up just around the corner?
What do you mean, a compilation, like stuff I'm releasing?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm not throwing a show. I'm participating in this like day festival for some music blog on Saturday. So I'm performing, and I'm going to be giving out this like kind of secret demo that I recorded. It's only going to be 40 copies. I recorded a couple songs for it last night at my friend Roberto's house. He's my producer, another one of the heads of Pigeon Scouts of America. But he and I recorded some songs today, and we're making a makeshift demo that's going to be 40 copies, each one with completely different artwork. It's going to be called Accept Whorehey Into Your Life, and I'm going to just give it out at that show. The first, the 40 people who asked for it first will get a copy of a CD that you can't get anywhere else ever again.
Wow, that is awesome. And I love the idea of the artwork. Each individual piece will get each CD will get an individual piece. That's what I'm seeing here. That's really, really amazing. I like that.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, it's very creative, very much so.
Yeah, a couple of my friends from my collective, we all took some CDs and we're all going to decorate them up.
Oh, that's neat. That's amazing. Oh my goodness. So let's see. What other
place in Oakland? Where is this collective at?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
My collective, we don't really have a location. Our first, it's actually a San Francisco based collective. I started it when I lived in San Francisco, and we had it like a place in Ingleside that was like our meetup place. But I ended up getting kicked out of there because the landlord did not like the fact that I had 30 kids every day drinking 40s, smoking joints, making art like in the house all the time.
Well, did you know that you can use the long call for that? That's what it's made for. Did you know that? You can bring all your friends down there. That's what that place is for.
Oh, really? Like I can just schedule days to have collective meetings and whatnot?
Come down on our open mic tonight, and they let you do anything you want there. You can do your collective right there. Bring them down. Bring all your friends down to play and to watch you play, and you could have your own night even if you wanted. That's what it's for. It's cool. For anarchist artists. You know, it's like from the old hog farm, you know, that don't believe in the rules and stuff, you know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Come on down, bring all your friends tonight, and I'll hook you up with that place. You could do it right there. And it's free.
Yeah, good. It's kind of hard to get all my friends motivated to come out here just because none of them ever want to come out to Oakland. I guess they're scared of Oakland. Sometimes it's hard to get them out there to Berkeley.
This is Berkeley. It's right across the street from Starry Plow. So that's
safe
as
as
you're going to get in this area.
Yeah.
You won't get shot
my friends
there.
are weird about the East Bay, though.
Huh? I'm from Oakland, so I'm kind of used to it.
No, I like the East Bay. I love it.
We're at Oakland. Oh, well, I guess I shouldn't ask exactly. East Oakland, West Oakland, or in the warehouses, or what?
Well, I live in just like a studio in North Oakland, so actually kind of near the long haul.
So you're close to Berkeley.
I wanted to ask you, what do you like, since you got a taste of both worlds of playing live and recording, is there something, is there one in particular you like more? Do you like recording more, or do you like playing live?
I don't know. They both kind of have their own perks. I feel like recording is fun in a weird way, because it's like a canvas almost. Like, it's like my canvas, and I can just like mess with it a bunch, tweak it, do it over and over and over again until I get it exactly how I want it. Playing live is more like the thrill of just doing it in front of people and not really caring if it's perfect or not, but just doing it to get your word out, like face to face, instead of having people look for it themselves.
I always like doing live best, because I like that response. Well, I like to make them part of it. You know, I don't like to just perform and then watch. I try to force the audience into participating whether they want to or not.
Yeah, same here. I love sing-alongs. That's like kind of like half of my gimmick is like I try to get the crowd to sing along with the more catchy stuff I have.
Wow.
Yeah, I write them that way where there's part of it in there. And at the other club, I bring everybody up on stage. There's more people on stage than there is in the audience. I bring everyone up on stage and make them do something.
That's the best. That's really cool.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you, coming back to your instruments, at what age did you even pick up the banjo? That's a difficult instrument to play, I would think. I wanted to ask a little bit about that.
It's difficult. It's a lot more technical than guitar. I picked it up when I got out of rehab. The whole time when I was in rehab, I'd been telling my mom I wanted to learn how to play banjo. So when I got out, which was a little bit after my birthday, my mom bought me the banjo as a present. And then after that, I just kind of started learning it. I learned clawhammer style and a little bit of Scruggs. But clawhammer is kind of really like my main thing.
What were you in rehab for?
Yeah. I was in rehab for opiates.
Oh my goodness! Heroin?
What?
Heroin?
No, well, I'd done heroin. Like I used to do it, but like I was more like just like the pharmaceutical ones, like Vicodin and whatnot.
Were you shooting up?
No, I was just smoke and snort it.
Oh my God! Stay away from that stuff. You ain't gonna last very long with that stuff, man. Stay away from it.
So let's talk a little bit about some of the other places that you're familiar with. Is there like a particular place that you really enjoy playing in terms of venues that you've done so far, or do you like all of them about the same?
Well, I actually don't get that many live performances. I know I'm not very known. This is actually kind of one of the first times I've had it, like just like given any press coverage or anything like that. I'm not really that known. I kind of lay low a lot, and I've been trying to get out there more. I used to play a lot of garage shows, house shows when I was in a punk band in high school, and I loved it. But I just after high school, and I got into college for a while, I took a break from music, and then I went really DL with it and just wrote and recorded, but didn't really play live. And now I'm trying to play live as much as I can.
So it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Well, come on down to the long haul and bring your friends with you, and anyone that plays or does poetry or whatever. I do that like the first Sunday of every month, which happens to be tonight. So if you guys want to do your own night, you could probably get one if you wanted to.
Yeah, definitely.
Or do your little art collective there or whatever. It's all free. So it's a great place. It's a big place.
Yeah.
It'd be perfect for you. Because you don't have to be 21 there.
Oh, I see a lot of electric guitars here. Let's talk a little bit about that. Let's see. What drove you to? Do you have a band as of yet?
Nah, it's all been by myself. Like if you listen to any of my recent recordings, it's all usually by myself. Or sometimes my friend Daniel Morton Luna will come on a song with me, or I'll play lead on one of his songs. So just kind of like that. So
sometimes
I've been wanting to start
play
a band.
with yourself, because that way you can write new songs all the time. when you got a whole band, you have to teach everybody it, and you end up getting locked into doing the same fucking shit over and over. So,
yeah.
Sometimes it's good to play by yourself.
Yeah, that's true. Like maybe more like what you do, kind of like just have a band that kind of improvises behind me, like live, but we don't really practice. Like maybe something like that. Like, I like noisy music anyway, so that'd be kind of cool.
Well, I used to play guitar, but my hands don't work anymore because I'm an old lady. But now I have Guy that backs me up, but Guy won't do what I want him to. He just comes in and says, "Fuck you!"
Yeah, I remember
Guy. He likes to call me names and play in the wrong key on purpose. He's been playing with me for 10 years. It's not like he doesn't know the key. I mean, he does it on purpose just to piss me off. Because that's the way Guy is. He thinks that's what punk is calling people names. So he walks and says, "Fuck you, George!"
Yeah, he's still a punk rocker at heart.
Oh my goodness!
But he must still love me because he's been playing with me for 10 years. Everyone else he quits. He's played with every band in all of Berkeley. All the best bands in Berkeley he's played bass with, but he ends up quitting with them. He says, "Oh, they're not good enough for me."
Yeah, he must be real good.
Well, he's real crazy, but he is real good. He actually can play anything if he wants to, when he wants to.
Yeah, I've met him. I think I met him last time.
You were playing with him.
Yeah. He's a good guy.
The guy that was playing with everybody. He can play anything when he wants to. He'll be there tonight. If he ain't there, I can't play because I can't play guitar no more. At the other club, I have the guy that runs the open mic. He backs me up, Paul Pot. But at this place, guy makes me. I used to be the co-host at the Starry Plow across the street for 8.5 years, and he used to play with me there all the time. But then I haven't been at Starry Plow in 4 years, so now I'm at the Missouri Lounge.
Yeah. Towards the end of the show here, I want to ask if there's anything you want to plug, anything you want to send a shout out to or promote. This is your chance to do it now.
Yeah, just Pigeon Scouts, or like we're always repping them. Like we're gonna have a lot of stuff coming out. We have the zine coming out. It's gonna be real good. It's gonna have a compilation with a lot of musicians on it, and it's gonna have a lot of artwork, some comics that me and Scoutmaster B Fox have been working on. So that'll be out soon. If you ever meet me, ask about that. It's a really good zine. We're trying to sell it. I'm working on an album after, like I told you, I'm working on that scrap kind of demo that I recorded. That's going to have a lot of tracks that are going to be going on my album that I'm working on, and I'm going to be selling that soon too. That's going to probably be on vinyl and CD. So yeah, those are, if you see me around, you like my stuff, that's kind of...
The name of your Facebook site?
Yes.
I don't think I have a Facebook page yet. I haven't made one yet.
Your regular site is Whorehey, but it's spelled different.
Oh, yeah, Whorehey, it's spelled like WHORHAIGH. That was at the request of my mom because she didn't like the other spellings because of all her, like, she gets really weird about when her sister or whatnot sees me posting funny stuff on Facebook. She don't really like that.
Then the last name is spelled Kayado.
Yeah. Do you want to know the real spelling or no?
No, just one so they can find you on Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Kayado. Kayado.
That way they can find you. Come down to the long call tonight, which is on Shattuck. It's a block from the Starry Plow. So if you find the Starry Plow, it's a block from there. It's called the Long Call. It's across the street, and it's down the block. And you will be there tonight, and I will be there, and so will Guy and Muggs and a whole bunch of people. Bring all your friends. I'll turn you on to the place.
Awesome. Okay, I'm going to be showing some love on Facebook for Whorehey Kayado here on from blogtalkradio.com/GypsyPoet. I am the Gypsy Poet. Please check him out because he's going to be all over my Facebook page and any other place that I could actually find a place to plaster the link whenever possible. So please check that out later, and please be sure to listen to the show afterwards. It's going to be archived very, very, very soon here on blogtalkradio.com. This is Gypsy Poet Radio. I am the Gypsy Poet, along with Girl George and the wonderful, ever talented Whorehey Kayado. I just absolutely love this afternoon. What a great afternoon. You guys brought a ray of light to me, as always. Dear girl George, you are a blast, okay? So I'm the Gypsy Poet, and I'm signing off saying adio for now.
Ciao.
Sadist, but this I admit, I was subtly aroused by the cuts on her hip and the frail way she'd speak it, on the verge of crying when I told her my thoughts in life and she could only talk of dying, my little borderline. I hate to remember how she'd pull on my strings, how she'd convince her little puppet to do anything. But just like a fool, you know, I'd try and try. If only I'd known it'd always been a lie, my little borderline. Too long before I discerned that all over her arms were self-inflicted burns, and though clearly I noticed I averted my eyes, allowing myself to fall deeper into her disguise, my little borderline. Secrets she'd whisper into my ear about a sort of disaster that was bound to appear. But no, I didn't listen. I assumed I didn't find mistakes I made. The worst was calling her mine, my little borderline. But no doubt I was quick when she downed 16 pills and abruptly became sick. Vomit on her dress, on the verge of crying as I walked in. She'd already been dying, my little borderline. They've never quite had a sense of self, or they just might rather be anybody else. Then please make sure you check their wrists for scars and scabs and peculiar slits, and remember you're the first one that you shouldn't doubt, and no matter how far in you are, there's always a way out. So promise me you won't look back as you walk away as fast as you can, and soon enough you'll realize it was all a waste of your time on the borderline. There at the side of a hospital bed, she was sort of awake, but to me she was dead. When she said she didn't want me, nor what I'd provide, nothing could explain the rage that I felt inside, my little borderline. I had the dream that she was holding the hands of a useless, stupid, powerless man, and when I awoke, naturally it coincided, he was catering into her on ship heads towards the rocks, you'll be hypnotized. Thus speaks the siren as she passes me by. My little boy.